That was dumb. Anyways, that's why I did it though, really. Okay, I'm just being, it's me and you. Whoever you are, probably watching, I'm sure you are. I do stuff all the time. Who's watching, but acting like they aren't? What if I do, if they want to provoke me, what if I try to provoke you? What would that look like? What actions would I take to provoke, to be an agent provocateur? I guess I'm one unnecessarily. I'm one unwittingly. I became one. Well, I could be a calculated one. You want me to be a calculated agent provocateur? Oh, agent. So now we're agents. Like agents fighting against Agent Smith with clerics. We're intuitive clerics of a special order of divine intuitives from the house Tetragrammaton here. That's how I see my world. I'm not kidding. This is what it feels like that I've been thrown into. I'm Christian Bale. One of them. And look, his name is Christian, right? He's trying to bail out. It's going to take down the whole freaking thing. Burn it down. That's what I'm trying to do. Not literally do it like you see some of these people try to burn everything up. Your relationship, your life, your whatever, your money. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about? Burning down the house. The song or maybe I'll be playing the song as the system crashes. No, it won't be my system. I know you try to hack it. I'm talking about the system of people that do not like intuitives. Remember who he fought against? Some friend who thought was in, I guess it was another intuitive, supposedly, but I think he was just a very keen narcissist. He was. He was all about it. He was all about the thing. He wasn't at all. He even fell in love under the illusion. He was under a spell with those drugs. They tried to quell his emotional responses so he couldn't experience beauty or emotion. You have to. That colors your world. That's why everything was gray up in there. It's like, everything was sterile. No music, no anything, no art. But of course, the leader had it, didn't he? So he went into his office. He's like, "Wait, I can feel something." You were able to feel the whole time. The problem is you felt everything you did to everybody. You felt it all. You liked it. You did. That makes you a sociopath. You wanted to turn us into you. But they had to medically induce everybody and make everybody live in a drab world completely to live like the sociopath. Yeah, let me fix this. There we go. So Christian Bale had to do what he had to do with the Sewer Rat Club. Weren't they selling rat burgers, or was that some other movie? I don't know. No, anyway, it was an underground group of people that were gathering informants and information and choosing people to help fight this battle, to take down this system of bullshit. Why do you think they hate spiritual people or people with discernment or intuitives? For the same reason. And that's why they want to kill it out of it or dull it. or destroy you, and then they want to go around acting like they've been watching you inside. Wait a minute, I feel. No, you don't. You're parading around in outfits and colors. This is what it really is. I'm not kidding. Yeah. I mean, they even have the children on the parent test. Did you take care of it? How ass backwards is that? It's like, no, I discipline you. If I don't want to take this shit, I don't have to. I don't like anything, any needle, anything. Okay? The only thing that reminds me of that scripture about the eye and the needle, it's harder for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven than it is for a camel to go through the eye of a needle. And what this also is really talking about is for someone who's always been pampered, who's spoiled, who does not go within, does not reflect, does not look at their life. Okay? They don't feel like they need to. They're always giving stuff right off the bat. Not today. Not when the house of the Tetragrammaton's right here. With her phone, or this would be like some weapon. That's why I use that picture of that nun. So it's sort of high priestess-ish, but see how she's wearing. She had a gun. I would like to go to Texas. You can bet that shit was gonna blow somebody away. It would be me with it. And I have my own house of Tetragrammaton somewhere. I will be the new intuitive cleric. Do you understand me? The new SJW. It's the new spiritual warrior. Looks like me. I'm gonna get tattoos to match it, to go with the emblem. With my league of extraordinary intuitives, or anybody that's really spiritual or got discernment and wants a better planet and wants to end the system of things. If you know what I mean. We come from the house of wire, witch house, the HAU house of Tetragrammaton. The house of the Tetrat. Some people are like, what's that? It means foe. 1, 2, 3, foe, yo. Get with it. No, but all right, with the Moon and Gemini, of course. Yeah. We could be dealing with some Moon and Gemini, or maybe your Sun in Gemini. I'm a Gemini, so I also have my Venus in there. Maybe some of you do too. Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, these are strong planets to have in Gemini. You could have Gemini North Node as well, which is very strong, or in your part of fortune. So I would check and take a look and see if that may be you. If that is you, I am talking to you guys very specifically. We're all feeling these energies. So we all may be a little more chatty, a little more social, a little more jolly. Maybe some of us may be on our social medias and blah, blah, blah. Doing a lot more written work, speaking work. Be careful not to get too restless, too nervous. Yeah. We're affected. Don't be too flighty. Don't be too gossipy. Dark side of Gemini, which I don't like. That's why I never really like too many of them, or girl ones. evacuate because it's like some of the other air signs that are in negative form. Like they used to be so such a bitch and just too just gossipy. It could be bitter, mean. Just you know what I mean. I just not into that. So you may be somebody who's tempered in some way if you don't have a full on Gemini thing. But that high priestess energy kind of comes through. So you could be dealing with Pisces, maybe you have this chart, maybe you're psychic or you're intuitive. Tetra, that's 4. Okay, so we could be dealing with somebody born in April. You could be an Aries, maybe somebody's a Taurus or has Taurus energies real strong. I do. That's obvious. What else? Yeah. Okay. It's also the Tower card. So there could be Scorpio involved. Look at the card that I used with this spade. It was Scorpio. So maybe you have strong Scorpio placements or whatever. Okay. This day is really for you. This one's for you. The house in the tetragram comes. You're like, whoa, I gotta do it. Okay, so oh wow. So, I mean, we've got Aquarius, Leo energies here, okay, with the Sun card and the Star card. 2 of the very greatest things you want to see, especially back to back or right at the same time like this. Yeah, these 2 energies right here, it's talking about the, I guess, the warrior spirit, the Holy Spirit being unleashed into your life. It's taking over your life, and you want it to. You want to surrender to it and allow it to take you on this journey, whatever it is. It's like Jesus is new black. Lady Gaga says, no, I was like, that's a cool line. You know, because black is never out of style, right? It's always classic. It's always the go-to thing. I love black. When she says Jesus is new black, I'm like, well, yes. He's been revamped. Hey, it's supposed to be that way. People need to look at things in a whole new perspective, not some drudged up version that some guy made it bland and dulled it out, made it look like we're supposed to be some slave to some kind of system or whatever. That's man shit. That has nothing to do with freedom. That has nothing to do with healing. That has nothing to do with this kind of life. I'm getting some petty wetties showing up, buddy. Come on, online. Anytime I try to go do a live, and the second I do, they do this. Irritating.
I've never seen that. No. I know. This totally good.
So Aquarius and Leo energies. Okay. This could be strong theory in your pretty predominant in your chart. Doesn't have to be. But this also, the star card is also the universe. It's also astrology. It's also the study of the stars. It's also spiritual healing, spiritual balancing, healing the waters in your body. It's also about drinking water. A lot of it. Somebody may be affecting the water supply. I feel that strong. Be very careful. Okay? Closer attention to where you live, what's going on with the water or where water. people congregate for water. You know what I mean? Seriously strange. And this is a confirmation. This is a confirmation of the spirit working in your life. Once again. And the fact that this system, this old, decrepit system that believes in sociopathy, narcissistic abuse and whatnot, that was ran by that reptilian mindset. That was reptoids. So it's like, those mints. So I was just having some, right? They were called Trumpzilla. I don't know who gave them me. They're like, they come from one of those shops, those little funky shops, Hot Topic or something. And they're like these fiery mints. Anyways, I'm gonna move on. I'm going off too much. Childlike fun. Childlike curiosities. All these things are coming back. They were lost. Narcissists hate children. They really do. They really don't like them. Even in their own. If they have children, they tolerate it. They have it through status. But they're not interested in your child. They're not interested in getting to know the child or nurturing the child, especially emotionally. The child is usually neglected emotionally in this period. We'll give you a meal, maybe a video game, and get the fuck away. That's what they do. That's what I wouldn't do with my kid at all. My mother was as open as my mom to talk to us like we're better when we're older. Okay, she's like, babies are much older, but the in between she didn't like it. You can't just. But she would baby the boys. And me, she certainly never did. Not even close. I got the cold. I wouldn't say cold shoulder because she did talk to me and whatever and blah blah. Taught me a lot of things, but she emotionally just was not there for me in any time that I needed it. To nurture me through things, to make me feel safe to talk to her. It's never happened in my life. It just hasn't. I don't know what that's like. I really don't. Like I can't go, I know I'm gonna call my mom. I didn't think first thing, oh, my mom. I'll call her. No, that's never happened. It was always, well, maybe Shaki Gawain. Louise Hay on Hay House Radio. Glynis McCants, the numbers lady. Okay. I'm not kidding. I could call my dad about some stuff, though, if I had some advice, particularly when it concerned finances or whatever, or some other concerns. But certainly not my mom. My mom would say, oh, how are you doing, baby? Oh, is that right? And it would last literally, okay, have you seen Jeffrey? I'm like, oh, my God. You haven't talked to me in years, and the first thing you're going to do is ask about Jeffrey? Okay, I mean, we could, but, I mean, last time I know Jeffrey stole from me. Because there was two Jeffreys in the family. That both moms are always worried more about that one. It's like, mom was like, did you feed Jeffrey? It's like, what is up with this? So somebody named, there's this thing that goes, my name's Jeff, or whatever, that comes out a lot. There's somebody named Jeff. Or Jeff. Something like this. It's not. It's to your children, like your children, childhood, and healing from your childhood healing, inner child healing, spiritual healing, the Holy Spirit. You just said Christian Bale. about his static. So like he said, he tries to dodge static. Does he really? He tries to dodge Stratus. Oh, Christian Bale is just the shit. That first he was cute too. So it's because that movie he got Batman. If he did not do that movie, he wouldn't have got Batman. Okay. So Carrie. Who else is that? Leo again. Strength. It's because of strength. It's the strength you have. If you've got this sun card, star card, that's deep inner strength. That's a strong will to survive, to thrive, to get through things. Especially if your life since you were a small child was geared toward a lot of strife, conflict, things being swept right underneath your feet, but always having to move, always having to go to the next school, meet new friends. These things are very, very difficult for a kid. My mom did them often. So I would be dealing with, like, emotionally with maybe, I don't know, at a given time, I was dealing emotionally with maybe 10 different things. Plus trying to do my homework, plus trying to do what she expected me to do, which was be a perfect little oldest child. Mom's little helper, and little perfect adults that sitting up straight, like this, like this, no actual on the table touching, walking very straight, making sure your legs are crossed all times, things like that, which I believe in doing. But when you do it to that point that she did it, it can give you social anxiety because you're always worried about, am I walking? Am I coming across? Am I saying the right thing? Am I doing this? Is my hair okay? I mean, because she literally would focus on stuff like that at that point. So that it can turn somebody into a severe hypochondriac, or a which isn't good for Gemini, or social anxiety, or to be overly people pleasing. Let me get everybody happy type of thing, so to avoid conflict and backlash and whatever criticism, because you constantly feel like you're being micromanaged and criticized. Controllers, narcissists love to criticize. Someone leave. I will help you. And then the next scene, there was a this is what's coming through right now. Under this moon. This is not Batman. I'm Batman. Yeah, well, see, me too. They're like, you're not a man, so. He was on the justice card. Okay, so there. They're like, that's childish. Oh. You're being. No, I'm being childlike. There's a difference.
You got a little bit of a wait. Not too long though.
And losing your childhood can be a very difficult thing. I think many of you have lost your childhood, while others were pampered all the way, and then they grow up. These pampered palace brats walking among the divine, or the divine collective. And why we have to be the ones who struggle and just like beat up down the streets, getting stones casted at us. They'd pull every last hair on our head if they could. They would be doing voodoo for days, for weeks. maybe even years. I don't know what you could do with all that hair. You'd have nothing left. You'd be sucked up, screw fucked up, everything. You'd have no life to your skin. You wouldn't even have, I don't think you'd have skin left. You'd just be a bag of bones and they leave you there. Okay, that's the only time they would waste anything. Because narcissists waste. They throw things away and they waste. They don't save or conserve so that they can have a lot, travel light. They'll have a lot more to go on. It's very classic to be rather more simple. It doesn't mean you have nothing. No, it means it's unclassy to hoard in any way. It's unclassy to overdo. It's unclassy to not conserve. I'm sorry. It's just unclassy. So maybe there's something here about having a little touch of class. Somebody going to teach class, maybe on etiquette. That, you know what? That would be a great class. If some of these ladies around here, they know how to be a lady. They could teach a course on how to be a lady, how to do these things, whatever, or to a gentleman, how to be a gentleman 101. Okay? It's just not being wasteful, being ignorant, just overspending, it's my mom used to joke, speaking of my mom, people used to joke about, when broke people get money, what they do. It's unclassy. They just start spending like crazy. It's like, why? Sure, go out, have a little fun, get some fun trinkets and whatever, but be smart, be smart about what you're going to invest in, what you plan to buy, how you're going to utilize your money and your time, but don't just be like, yeah! That is the most cheapest, unclassy way, and then they always end up in a poorhouse right away. Before you know it, they're broke, and they're like, what happened? Well, what do you mean what happened? You're wasteful. That makes you're ungrateful. And it means you don't even think about the next tomorrow. Who did you think was going to care for you? They don't even think about what's going to happen. They feel like somebody else can come along and just save the day, and that's it. Really? That's never happened to me. Just get a touch of class. And this is what the most difficult part about losing my entire freaking everything. I was like, okay, well, how can I keep myself, my dignity, keep my money flow going, go with the bare minimum so I don't overdo it and have to carry too much weight and all this stuff, but also have the things that I need so I can be nice, prim, proper, clean, and what would be the best items to keep. I'm going to share those things, okay, those tips and tricks, so you always look, prim, proper, trim, good, whatever, and with your basic supplies, so you'll always look nice and fresh. You don't have to have that much makeup at all. You really don't. I don't even have anything in my eyebrows or nothing. In fact, I didn't plug my eyebrows. Nothing. I did put on some foundation, real light. I wasn't even looking in the mirror when I did it. I put it on like I was putting on lotion. With a little bit of chapstick, and I just put that little, a little bit of red. And I have this little compact that has like brown, beige, whatever shimmer. I just put a little bit over the eye here. I have a little pencil, light right in there, shimmer there. That's it. I was like, shit, if it came down to that, so I have to just grab that. That's it. You're going to have to think about this stuff. It doesn't mean you have to live this way or be this way for a long time, but what if worse came to worse? Shouldn't you always have a proper backpack or backpack just in case something went down? You know what I mean? These are things to think about. And I feel like with this thing in Gemini, what would give you strength? What things would you need to make yourself feel strong and okay? Right? So you feel happy, you feel light and whole. Okay? Maybe some information too. You like to read a book or something, things with you to keep yourself enlightened, to keep yourself going. And what do you need to keep yourself healthy still? Should you take something like water? Okay, and what would that be? What would be probably something that keeps water cold, or maybe even keeps it hot? Okay, you could probably put soup in there and do whatever, vice versa. Which is actually a smart way to travel. You get a lot of teas, and then some of these soups come in tea bags. Mm-hmm. That's a lunch. It's nice and healthy too, and very easy to carry. I mean, put that in like a little bag, whatever. Zip it up with your teas, your dry teas, your coffees, or whatever. All the little blessings that can go along with you. Herbs, things like that. You'd be very surprised, even with just a simple EBT card. People think just because of their, I'm telling you, that I see this. It doesn't matter what money you have, if you have none or whatever. Even if you just have EBT card, you can learn to get things at the grocery store to treat yourself medicinally. It's called the produce section. No kidding. Your fruit, your medicine is like that salad that has all the stuff in it. I put lots of cranberries and whatever, sunflower seeds, and just, I'll look and see what's on the market at the day, what's on sale and stuff like that. And I'll work around a particular item. But I usually always have to have spinach at least, unless, there's some arugula or something else is on sale or sticking out in my mind. Sticking out at me at the store. You can buy fresh sage, fresh mint, okay, garlic. These kinds of things, they actually help wounds. Honey. And then like a thing of lemon. That's your cough syrup. Right there. Basic. Just a little bit of hot water or some tea. You don't have cash, right? If you just got an EBT card or something, you're like, what has happened to me? You can still do smart things and actually make it a learning experience. You can have a simple journal with you. Journal these things down. Say, look, I tested this, I tried this. And create this into a business. This is just a few ideas. Gemini also rules education, teaching, and intelligence. So I feel like these things coming out and being spoken about, being passed around is very, very important. There's many, many reasons why someone at the last second, unexpectedly, their whole life will change and turn upside down. And it's funny because it came at a time when I was thinking, if I had to lose everything, what things would I take? And then more and more, as each time these weird ass situations pop up and I have to leave unexpectedly or before I was ready or whatever, it's like I had to just toss, throw, and give things the 5-second rule. Like, have I used it in this amount of time? No. Do I want this? No. No. Some stuff I really did not want to part with. I was like, shit. Oh well. And just get down to the bare bones. Because ultimately, what you really, really, really need is you. You need yourself whole, balanced, healthy, and strong. In spirit. Your health is your wealth, and that includes spiritual health. There is a such thing as spiritual disease, like Madonna said. Don't want your social disease. I'm like, thank you, Madonna. I don't want your social disease either. That's why I'm a hermit. For the most part. Think I want COVID or whatever else? Well, that's not what she meant. That's not what I'm talking about. But you get what I'm saying. That's why I take care of myself. I'm such a stickler for it. It's not because I'm ever did. It's because I believe the Holy Spirit provides strength. It allows you to have mobility. It reverse ages you too. You ever have heard of the real age doctor? You ever taken a... Well, I have. I've taken the test. Years ago. I was 26 when I took it. And it said whatever about my age because I was smoking at the time. And I was like, I've got to quit this. But I was still a while away from it. I always said if I quit smoking, that would be the greatest accomplishment of my life. And I virtually did. I did completely. I don't get cigarettes. I haven't bought a pack of cigarettes in, I don't know, 18 months. I haven't even bought cigars. I bought one today, but I was buying them, 6 a day or whatever. And they really helped me get off the cigarette thing. I love my cigar with a cup of coffee or whatever. It's really, it saves you money. It saves you from the worry of it, okay? Now, there's moments, of course, when I'm stressed and I'm like, damn, it's one of those moments where I need a cigarette. And when I smoke it, I'm like, this tastes weird. The texture is off, but I'll still smoke it because I'm stressed out in a second. But without your health, you don't have wealth. And you can take yourself anywhere. Especially if you're somebody who works on the road. Okay? And you got your devices. You got a couple outfits, and you can switch back and one or two or three shirts, 5 pair of socks, 3 pairs of socks, whatever you can fit in your bag. It depends on how large they are. 1 or 2 pair of shoes. You want to get the simple, basic stuff. You don't want to get anything that's too whatever that doesn't match with everything you want. That's why black is always the best to me. Classic. Or something dark gray. You can alternate. Yeah, along the way. Grab a colored, I don't know, scarf to spiff it up. But you can always have like your basic black tank top, black pants, black shoes, black tennies or whatever. The staple leather jacket. Not everybody likes those, but you know what I mean. Or just a simple black jacket, something like this. It's not too heavy. It's not too thick, but it will keep you warm. It does cover the head. It has a nice little hood or whatever. It's light and airy. And you're free. You're traveling light. You're not, lugging everything around. Somebody's got an issue. Had to check on the Karmic Brigade for a moment, so don't excuse me. So annoying. So I'm only dealing with people that deal with dark shit. I'm dealing with some sort of weird racial cult. What, are you mad? Are you all a bunch of sociopaths? Is this a sociopath league? You mad at the league? The Justice League? Oh, that's it. Oh, so you're angry at the Justice League. They're upset at the Justice League. Well, I'm sorry, we're not going anywhere, beach. That's what this is. Especially people that are part of some weird church or some crap. Get them out of here. We're from the house of the Tetragrammaton. I'm the intuitive cleric around here. Get out. Remember, Jesus is the new black. That's and I'm gonna be packing. Get my gat. No, I'm just kidding. So we got a lot of Leo here. We got 2 Leo cards. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, of course. This is Gemini energy, but this is also all air signs. Aquarius energy, Libra energy, like I said, the Justice card. And then, like we saw, there could be a Scorpio involved. There's a Scorpio involved. Scorpio's always involved. There's a whole bunch of them. Like all these Aquariuses. Okay. Yeah, these people are distracting. But there's something to be said about this. Spiritual strength. Which means your physical strength. Your physical attributes is important. So no, self-neglect is a sure sign that you are not mothered. It's a sure sign that you don't know how to mother yourself. It's also a sign that maybe you have a poor father, you had a poor father, or you didn't have one. I don't mean like broke. I mean like you were poorly fathered or disciplined or shown how to live your life in a disciplined fashion. Okay? And if you, I mean, either the person, people in your life, a family, gave you a reason to say, I'm not going to be like that, and you became ideal, or you fell into the trap. But a poor self-image, there's nothing pretty about that. There's nothing spiritual about that. There is no beauty in that. There's no justice in that. That's all there is to it, unfortunately. We can't sit here and lie to ourselves. We love our pets, but we would never do or feed them foods that we know that very well could destroy their stomachs or hurt their beautiful little fur or cause them weight problems on their little cute little paws, to cause problems, give them inflammation in their paw or anything, would we? So why would you do it to your own self? Or why would somebody turn into a waif because of food? Because they want to be skinny for the public or something dumb. And in the meantime, they're not eating right. They're not taking care of themselves. They're not drinking the water. Great, you're skinny. That's all. You're skinny because you're unhealthy. And you're weak. That makes you weak. You're weak. You're physically weak. You're not in good shape. When you're healthy and you're full of energy and full of balance and strength, like literal strength, and you can go for miles or go for many hours. I can. It's because you're truly healthy, inside and out. You're eating right. You're doing all the things. You know, and you got to think about the kind of relationship you're in. If your girlfriend is healthy, if you got a nice, good woman that actually cares about your life, and vice versa. That's what that is. To do the opposite would be insane. For anybody to think that. I mean, that's just what they're trying to get us to accept, basically, their lie. That neglect is okay. Neglect is not okay. Self-neglect is definitely never okay. You want me to buy that? You think I would allow my child to live in self-neglect and say it was something that it wasn't just because you put a new cool label to it? No, it's still what it is. And I'm not going to let you neglect yourself or your health. And I'm sure, it's just like a kid who would be like fighting, kicking, and screaming all the way and not like it or even be offended by it. I'm saying it because I'm saying it with great love and great care. With great understanding, too. You know what I mean? They're like, shit, no, I guess. It's something like this. Look how she tames the beasts. That's how I tame my own inner beast. Beast. But so that I can keep myself nice and strong and healthy. And I always think of new ways of how I can do this. How can I counter this problem? How can I find a better budgeting, a better way to do this on a better budget, or a more budget-like friendly way? How can I alleviate this issue without having, to help do some prevention, which is like conservation. It's like conserving. Prevention is very important. You can't put just Band-Aid on there. Say, oh, I'm going to do whatever I want. Yeah. I mean, you could, sure, for a day, here and there. But if you're doing stuff every day, all the time, and making it a lifestyle, and then you're mad at people who have the opposite, and then you're wanting us to say it's something that it's not. I just can't. You can't. So I feel like there's something here to this this Gemini moon. I love the song. Being enlightened about the inner child, about the spirit, about the Holy Spirit, about enlightenment, about health. Yeah, and your strength, resiliency, so you can have that power. You want to wake up feeling like nothing is keeping you enslaved. You want justice every day. I don't like feeling enslaved. I hate Nazis. Okay? I'm from the house of Tetragram Talk, right? Look. I'm here for justice. Anyway. anything that holds me back, anything that enslaves me, and a lot of it was my own stuff. I had my own stuff to do, so I did not want to deal with extra people doing it. You know, I have really come a long way. And I had a lot of proud victories. One of them I actually did when I was in Sedona and I crossed the bridge and I went dun, 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 dun. I did the Rocky thing from the whole thing. I was wearing my hood, everything. 6 in the morning. I felt like I was the shit in my mind, in my world. What I was beating, what I was fighting, the demons I was killing. Me being in shape, the power that was growing within me, all that stuff, me getting in shape, my body changing. And this was during some massive spiritual warfare that was going on. I was like, it was pretty wild. Yeah. Your physical health and how you take care of yourself is part of this plan of discipline and strength. There's nothing like feeling it, when you get up in the morning, feeling like you're free from that one more thing that debilitated you financially or just physically. Like, God, I gotta have a cigarette. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of needing you or whatever. I'm tired of having to buy it. It bothers me to have to buy the cigars. With the way they're doing with my money, it's like, the cigars around here. You know? So the best thing to do is alleviate that problem. Work on prevention, conservation, conserve your stuff, and take care. Buy the items, buy the black tank top, the white shirt, the white t-shirt, or the black socks, whatever. Buy them quality if you can, so they last longer, and then wash them in things that keep them longer. So you're not always buying a bunch of cheap shit and then throw it away. That's the really the unclassy way, the wasteful way, unless you absolutely have to in the now. Yeah, but it's the way to help save the planet and our animals too. They're drowning in so much garbage right now, plastic and all kinds of crap. Because of how wasteful we are. Very, very wasteful. Very, very ungrateful. Look at all the food that gets thrown away. Where does McDonald's could say, okay, every hour what's left. I mean, I know they feel like, okay, we'd probably be getting food all day, but you got to come up with something. Okay? Something. At least a health program. Say, we'll get rid of our salads and whatever. We can give that for free to homeless or whatever. Every restaurant could do that. I'm serious. I can use one. Okay, or like, come get a free coffee Mondays and Tuesdays from 10 to whatever. If you have extra coffee you're making or want to give out or something. There's ways to conserve and to make sure it goes around, that things are being cycled through or everybody is getting a part, okay? So that's tonight's message. As part of this, we go through the moon in Gemini, is this new education, this new look at the SJW, the spiritual justice warrior. Okay, because Jesus is the new black. And how can we eliminate the wasteful ways we've had? Maybe some of the things that we had tendencies to garner because maybe we had toxic family issues, it doesn't matter who it was in your life, or in your marriage, in your family, or whatever. Things you picked up along the way with friends, real strong toxic relationships with friends, narcissistic relationships in friend groups is huge. And it's in the end, you really begin to value everything about freedom, every ounce of it, because they really know how to take everything from you. And you have to learn to go with so little because everything is gone. And with that comes all this creative energy. It really comes from something that's higher, that says, look, do something like this, go over here, go do this, go do that. And you start to be creative with it. And I feel like those of you who are creatively spirited, and you probably wouldn't be watching this unless you were, it's in you to already be sort of that kind of, that's cool. Her chair. Boom. If you've got that kind of creative spirit, you now have a business. So take your I call it transitional experience. Don't call it, yeah, I'm homeless. The people who are homeless are literally the ones I saw smoking crack, and they're like, be a cubby with like old boxes. That's homeless. Okay, and that's they want it like that. But if you're somebody in transition, you're looking for a home, you're working, you're trying to build a way, you're trying to do whatever, that's a whole other ballpark. Okay, and you can literally have a business on the road. You can literally have just one suitcase with you, and maybe find out in each city you go to, find out their resources and whatever, go to their soup kitchens, get little food in your stomach between paychecks, okay? As you build up and get better equipment or whatever, even if you're starting out with shit equipment, believe me. It was just me. I knew that I was the money. Me. My skill, my talent, my health, my body, my mind has to be the driving force. I think that's why they came for it. It's like, no, we want you mentally ill. No, we need you to do this. No. I'm like, that doesn't add up. Okay. The only thing I'm shy of doing is literally in the yoga studio at home or whatever. So, and if you don't like your city, if your city is too cold and rainy and stuff like that, go somewhere where it's warm. And here's an idea. I have a nice little, if you have a little jacket like this, have one of those little blankets you have, in the airplanes. It's real easy to carry with you, and a yoga mat. Boom, you got a bed. Go to the park, have a nap for a few hours, take a lunch, kick back in the sun, listen to a few isochronic tones or something like that. Now you got your rest. So now when it's evening time, maybe you can go to the gym real quick, you can shower, you can get some stress off you or whatever, and then you can go walk around the city and do some working. Go find a place, if you don't have Wi-Fi, find a place that connects free Wi-Fi or whatever. Have your book. That's how you fill your days. That's how you have your vision. That's how you keep going. That's the shit that I do. It's that kind of stuff. It's kind of stuff I expect you guys to be doing too. And I think you will. And it'll be interesting to see what you guys come up with. I'm going to start doing a tips and tricks type of thing as well. For those of you who plan to enter the creative arts or become the whole indiepreneur type of thing, spiritual entrepreneurship or whatever. There's 100 ways in which you could do this, and I'm going to show you. And I feel like I'm a good fine example for especially what I've been through thus far. I mastered it hands down. And I've mastered stuff that doesn't even require, this has nothing to do with just with ease or spirituality or anything. Just personal development, just personal growth, personal enrichment, period. Just that. Just in mindfulness, just in business, just in that stuff. So I may, in fact, create a whole nother channel. I don't know. Or just a new hashtag or whatever. But this is where it starts out. And it gives that to you because you have been given a blessing and been blessed, touched by an angel, and blessed by the Spirit with something brand new here. As a collective, and then as an individual. But Jesus is the new black. It's the new social justice warrior. It's the spiritual justice warrior. They're a truly conscious group of individuals that are doing the work that they're out there trying to do now, but in an even better, more revamped, more well thought, considered way. Okay, with maybe a little more, a bit of a sophisticated approach. I would say, and thinking more about the conservation of things on our planet, especially our wildlife. I think right here, the aquarium, where animals could be dying off and disappearing. It really makes me mad. It really makes me mad. So many things could be conserved and prevented. That just the prevention and the conservation alone would restore so much or help to keep things without so much waste and loss. So there we go. I want to thank you for being here with me here tonight. TarotVision Live. I always do things here for inspiration, intuition, and insight. You can find me on TikTok, as well as Mystic Sense, where I have my professional profile up. I do varying types of reads over there. Please look into it. If not, you can go here for your own personal consultation. But I do very personalized types of reads. I have always for a very long time. I'm going to start doing written reads. So if you would like them in written form, that will be available to you. So get a hold of me through that link there. And yes, once again, add Mystic Sense while you're at it. Okay, they're really great. While you are at it, well, maybe not. Okay, I'll think about it later. Anyhow, thank you for being here with me, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm really excited about the Gemini moon as we move into the Leo time. Because Leo is going to be like for a lot of us. So have a beautiful night. And happy trails. I think you guys are going to be coming up with some amazing business ideas. For those of you that are savvy like that, yeah, I can't wait to see them.